Yes, I need you, and you need me too. You must be heaven sent. I thought I had everything, I had the perfect plans, balancing total peace and all of life's demands. Never knew.
We'll meet, and then after that meeting, if everything works out, okay, I'll meet and we'll wrap it up. But you know, it takes in this case 2 to tango.
And the White House did just confirm, Katie, that the U.S. is working hard to set up that meeting, even if it doesn't include President Trump at this stage. And you brought up the idea of what location could President Putin travel to. Specifically, the White House was asked about Budapest, which is a location that has been reported. They did not want to rule it out, confirm or deny that. But we know there are very specific places where President Putin is allowed to travel outside of the International Criminal Court. And of course, the U.S. and Russia are not party to that. That's
well, depending on where they go. I mean, everybody is agreeing to it, so we might be looking at peace here. We could possibly be looking at peace here. Damn, hold on.
We start this afternoon with President Donald Trump intensifying his push for direct peace talks between Russia and Ukraine. So far, though, Moscow is refusing to commit to a meeting after President Trump seemed to suggest that he, quote, sort of set one up. We're standing by to hear from the White House during a press briefing for any updates. Earlier today, though, the president did clarify.
Hey, tap the screen, hit that like button.
And their involvement.
Hit that like button, YouTube.
Peacekeeping force. Listen.
What kind of assurances do you feel like you have that going forward and, you know, past this Trump administration, it won't be American boots on the ground defending that border?
Well, you have my assurance, you're not president. There'll be some form of security. It can't be NATO because that's just not something that would ever happen. They couldn't do that. So who would want that? I mean, if you were Russia, who would want to have your enemy, your opponent, sitting on your line? You don't do that.
CNN's Elena Trina is live for us at the White House. Elena, just a point of fact, Russian approval is not a criteria for entry into NATO. I wonder what you're hearing from your sources there at the White House.
Yeah, I mean, look, and that NATO membership has long been something President.
You don't take on a nation that's 10 times your size. I assume you've all seen the map. You know, a big chunk of territory is taken, and that territory has been taken. Now they're talking about Donbass, but Donbass right now, as you know, is 79% owned and controlled by Russia. So they understand what that means.
So a few things there, Boris, that could be a big concern.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Russia's trying to, I mean, it seems, I don't know. We can look at this both ways because, you know, Trump could be pushing more to settle this for Putin. Putin looks like he's getting the winning end of this stick. He's literally getting if it's already in 79% control, right?
The pictures proudly pumped out to the world. European leaders and a NATO chief sat smiling agreeably before the court of Trump. The
Expected it. We had a very good call, and I told him that we're going to set up a meeting with President Zelensky, and you and he will meet.
Yo,
and
tap the screen, tap the
if
screen.
everything works out, okay,
hit that like button. Find that like button and hit it. Where y'all coming in from?
Last night, President Zelensky posted this highlight reel to social media. And those shy on detail, European leaders are hailing yesterday as a success. That success down at least in part.
Pete White, what's going on with you, Pete White?
Thank you, President of the United States, dear Donald.
The path is open. You opened it.
Something has changed thanks to you.
Yesterday's summit was about diplomacy on steroids, platitudes and flattery, and talk of what post-peace security measures might look.
What did this mean for the U.S.? Does this mean we have to go boots on the ground? It might not mean that in the beginning, but if they don't, if they continue, then it looks like we might have to enter in. We really would have to see how the first meeting go, and then we would have to see how the trilateral goes. Jelly Bean, what's going on with you? CMD all day. Hey, we got to see how the trilateral goes, right? Once we get the, trilateral thing, then we can say, now, what does that does for Trump here, right?
I'd like to say, Mr. President, would you like to say something? You have the media. If you want, you could come over and you could stand, or you could use mine, or you could just turn around, whichever you feel comfortable with.
Thank you so much. I can speak without microphone. Thank you so much. I think that we had very good conversation with President Trump.
Very good.
And it really was the best one. Maybe the best one.
But how are we going to get those kids?
It was really good.
Trump is specified Putin is playing Trump like a violin. You think so? You giving Putin that much credit?
All the leaders are here, and the security in Ukraine depends on the United States and on you and on those leaders who are with us in our hearts. They have been online before yesterday and etc.
You can't be giving them that much credit. Come on.
Side of Ukraine, our people and all of us want to finish this war, stop Russia, and stop this war. We spoke about it, and we will speak more about security guarantees. This is very important that the United States gives such strong signal and is ready for security guarantees. The second point, or maybe the first, humanitarian direction, very important to exchange all the prisoners, and I think that President will help, and I was very thankful to your wife again, Mr. President, for the letter about our abducted children, and I hope that really it can be a historic role for the people to bring kids back to the families and be happy and get their families. Yes, this is so important, and I'm happy that we discussed this track with President Trump, and I hope that we will find decisions. And then what is very important, that all the sensitive things, territorial, etc., we will discuss on the level of leaders during trilateral meeting, and President Trump will try to organize such meeting, and he said that he will come or not come. Ukraine will be happy if you will participate.
There, I will be there.
Yeah, thank you. And I think this is very important. Yes, so security guarantees, bring kids back, and all our people, not only warriors, first of all warriors, and all the civilians, journalists, a lot of people in prison. So we need them.
They want their people back.
Guarantees which will work for the years we spoke about it. And
you say so let me get this straight. You say this is going to backfire on us. That's what you're saying. Paula, you're saying that this is going to backfire on us. You're saying that somehow this is a means for Putin to get to the West or undermine our democracy. What are you saying? What are you saying here? What are you saying? What are you saying?
A lot of details on the battlefield, on the map. Thank you so much. Thank you for the map, by the way.
Good map.
It was great. I'm thinking how to take it back.
We'll get you.
No. I think that we had constructed a specific meeting, and I'm very thankful to all the leaders who are here, and you helped a lot, and so we're happy that we have such big unity today. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you very much,
for hosting us.
Mr. President. I think you'll see that President Putin really would like to do something else. I think when we set that up, when we do, I think it's going to be when, not if. I think you're going to see some really positive moves. I know there's over 1,000 prisoners, and I know they're going to release them. Maybe they're going to release them very soon, like immediately. which I think is great. But we will, we're going to set that up today after this meeting. So very good and great remarks. I appreciate it.
Hey, y'all, tap that screen. Tap that screen up. Tap the screen up. Let's get the likes up. Hit the 3 buttons at the top and get the likes up. Get the likes up. All right.
Yes, I will be very brief. I really want to thank you, President of the United States, dear Donald, for the fact that you, as I said before, broke the deadlock basically with President Putin by starting that dialogue. And I think it was in February that you had the first phone call, and from there we are now where we are today.
You said Reagan knows how to deal with Russia. Come on, the Reagan, that was a different era. That was a different time. That was before the internet.
It is a terrible war, so I'm really excited. And let's make the best out of today and make sure that from today onwards, we get this thing to an end as soon as possible. I really want to thank you for your leadership, what you are doing for Lord, but of course also all the European colleagues. It is really crucial. And the fact that you have said, I'm willing to participate in the security guarantees is a big step. It's really a breakthrough, and it makes all the difference. So also thank you for that.
Well, NATO also has agreed from 2% to 5%, which is something that is a massive amount of money, and it's 2% that wasn't always paid.
Are those things that they're using? Are they translating for them? Those machines that they're using in front of them, is it translating for them?
The Commission, you could say a couple of words.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here. It's a very important moment. Indeed, we are here, Europeans, as friends and allies. We had a fantastic NATO summit. Together with
just turning the mic on and off, I guess.
Economies in the world. We had the largest trade deal ever agreed, and now we are here to work together with you on a just and lasting peace for Ukraine. Stop the killing. This is really our common interest. Stop the killing.
She speaks about the kids.
Here that we're working on the security guarantees, Article 5 lies security guarantees, so important. But I want to thank you also that you mentioned the thousands of Ukrainian children that have been abducted. And as a mother and grandmother, every single child has to go back to its family. This should be one of our main priorities also in these
every single child.
Children come back to Ukraine to their families.
Oh, this is my channel. This is ralphdawise.
Thinking we're here for a different reason, but we just a couple of weeks ago made the largest trade deal in history.
Yeah, welcome.
Welcome. That's a big
welcome
thing.
To the channel. Welcome to the channel.
Thank
Hit the like button as you come in.
Mr. Chancellor.
Hit the thumbs up button as you come in.
Yeah. Very great leader.
Mr. President, Donald, many thanks for having us today. I think this is extremely helpful that we are meeting and hearing that the two of you are having such a good meeting today here in Washington. The next steps ahead are the more complicated ones now. The path is open. You opened it last Friday. But now the way is open for complicated negotiations. And to be honest, we all would like to see a ceasefire, the latest from the next meeting on. I can't imagine that the next meeting would take place without a ceasefire. So let's work on that.
I mean, he agreed, President Putin agreed to meet, but ain't no ceasefire happened yet.
These efforts we are undertaking.
Nobody's ceasing firing.
At least a ceasefire from the beginning of the serious negotiations from next step on. So I would like to emphasize this aspect and would like to see a ceasefire from the next meeting, which should be a trilateral meeting wherever it takes place.
Well, we're going to let the president go over and talk to the president, and we'll see how that works out, and if we can do that. I will say, and again I say it, in the 6 wars that I've settled, I haven't had a ceasefire. We just got into negotiations, and one of the wars was, as you know, in the Congo was 31 years long. Another one that we settled last week with 2 great countries was 35 years going on, and we had no ceasefire. So if we can do the ceasefire, great. And if we don't do a ceasefire, because many other points were given to us, many points were given to us, great points. Please, Georgia, go ahead.
Well, thank you very much, Donald, Mr. President, for hosting us today in this important meeting. And I think it is an important day, a new phase, after 3 years and a half that we didn't see any kind of sign from the Russian side that there was a willing for dialogue. So something is
I mean,
changing,
hey,
something has
you got your
changed,
foot in the
thanks to
door,
you.
right?
Thanks
Once you get in the
also
foot in the
to
door, it's up to
silence
you.
on the battlefield, which was achieved with the bravery of Ukrainians and with the unity that we all provided to Ukraine. And the reason why I mentioned
You don't know
is
what
that
big
we
people
also have
energy
to
is, Ben.
remind that
Stop
if we
acting
want
like
to
you know
reach
what big
peace
people
and
energy
if we
is.
want to guarantee justice, we have to do it united. So that's why it's a very good day, the one we are in. You can obviously count on Italy as it was from the beginning. We are on the side of Ukraine, and we do absolutely support your efforts towards peace. We will talk about many important topics. The first one is security guarantees, how to be sure that it won't happen again, which is the precondition of every kind of peace. I'm happy that we will discuss about that. I'm happy that we will begin from a proposal, which is the,
Why are you
let's say,
disappointed in
Article
Trump?
5,
Somebody say thank you,
model,
Trump.
which was Italian at the
Hey,
beginning.
welcome in,
So
India.
we are always ready to bring our proposals for peace, for
Regina,
dialogue. It's
what's
something
going
we have
on?
to build
Italy in the
together
building.
to guarantee
Love is
peace
love.
and to defend the
Appreciate you
security
for
of our
stopping
nation.
in.
So thank you, Mr. President, for hosting us.
Debbie, say that.
Emmanuel.
Hey, listen. At this moment, you gotta kind of be proud of the situation, right? It's like all the Europeans know how big it is. Just to have Putin back at the table of some level of diplomacy, right? All of them know how big this is to be able to have Putin at the table to maybe talk about putting some type of safety measures in place, right? So that's why they're all thankful, right? And, you know, without America backing them up, using, you know, their being a power, right? And showing support, right? A lot of these people wouldn't have this chance. Without Trump being in office, this chance would have never been provided if Biden was in office. This chance would have never been provided if Barack Obama was in office, or if the Democrats was in office in general, right? This chance wouldn't have been provided, right? Maybe after the Ukraine situation, and maybe after that, we can find some sense of direction of peace, right? But we got to be at the table in order to have a conversation about peace. If everybody keep pushing themselves away from the table, there's nobody there at the table to discuss peace at all. So we're at the table for a discussion of peace, and that's a good thing, right? I'd rather have a chance at peace than not have a chance at all, right? So that this is a good thing, and we have to look at it as such. We have to utilize it as such. If it's a good thing, then let's take it in as a good thing, and let's allow the information to settle. Let's see what happens with this next meeting, right? Let's see if these kids get released. Let's see if, you know what I mean? Let's see what happened. Let's see what happened. Unless we're going to experience the Mandela effect with this one, you know what I mean? We might wake up next Monday and this whole thing never took place, you know? Wake up next Monday, the summit never took place. You know what I'm saying? Shit, ain't nothing never took place. You know what I'm saying? So let's just be in the moment.
Thank you, Mr. President, for
Did
organizing
you?
this,
Let me see you get
this
20.
meeting and for your commitment.
And then maybe do that.
And
do
everything
some
was said,
abs
but
to
I
work
have
on
to
your core. That
I just have
machine
to
right
say
there
here,
works on your core.
everybody around this table is in favor of peace. And we work very
Give
hard.
Ukraine as much aid as we
in the
can.
past few years to have a peace which is a robust and long-standing
Have them
peace.
cutting Ukraine off since
This
Trump
is why
came into office.
the idea of a trilateral meeting is very important, because this is the only way to fix it. And by the way, I think as a follow-up, we would need probably a quadrilateral meeting, because when we speak about security guarantees, we speak about the whole security of the European continent. And this is why we are all united here with Ukraine on this matter. In order to organize such a trilateral meeting, your idea to ask for a truce, or ceasefire, at least to stop the killings, as we discussed, is a necessity. And we all support this idea. And in order to have such a long-standing peace for Ukraine and for the whole continent, we do need the security guarantees. And the first one is clearly a credible Ukrainian army for the years and decades.
Why are we giving Putin the red carpet
second
and
one
then get
is
the finger in the
our
White
own
House
commitment
and
to
wonder
office.
who's Trump?
And we work
Come
very hard
on, don't do that, Ben. Don't do that, Ben.
coalition of the willing.
Putting both of these parties at a table to discuss peace is the best way, right? Now, if Trump had to show a little bit more favor towards Putin in order to get it done, then maybe flattering, you know, was the approach.
It's clearly fake in this situation. So you can count on us as we can count on you in order to deliver this robust peace.
As long as everybody gonna count on somebody,
Thank you very much, Emmanuel.
nobody will be talking peace at all without DT as
Thank you
president.
for hosting us here.
Yeah, that's true. No, the opportunity of peace wouldn't even be on the table if Donald Trump didn't, you know, usher it in. So we got to give him credit for that. I know a lot of Democrats, I know a lot of people don't like Donald Trump, but, you know, we are here today in a possibility of peace because of Trump. And that's a good thing. So let's settle on that, right? A common ground that everybody wants peace in all of this.
I think this is such an important meeting. As a group, I think we've had a discussion on the phone a number of times, Mr. President, but be able now to be around the table to take it forward. And I really feel that we can, I think, with the right approach this afternoon.
Oh, with the war being in effect, so if they do get peace, then they'll be able to start voting.
Guarantees, some sort of Article 5 style guarantees. Fits with what we've been
He didn't do nothing yet, Jessica, but he did bring the parties to the table. If he does get this trilateral meeting, then he at least got all parties at the table for peace. And partly, NATO would have to accept a lot of this, and Ukraine would have to be under some sort of security that's backed up by NATO. So that's a good thing, because even though Ukraine won't be a part of NATO, they'll still have the security of NATO. So that's good under Article 5.
And a trilateral meeting seems the sensible next step. So thank you for
What's going on with
being
you?
prepared to take that forward, because I think if we can ensure that that is the progress out of this meeting, both security guarantees and some sort of progress on trilateral meeting of some sort to bring some of the difficult issues to a head, then I think...
I don't know if this guy is Republican or Democrat because he's thinking clear-minded
to a
and
conflict
without
which has gone on for 3 and a bit years, and so far nobody's been able to bring it to this point, so I thank you for that.
I mean, we can say a lot about this, but will they give them kids back? That's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at why did they take 20,000 children? If they took 20,000 children, obviously something they need the children. However you're looking at this, they changed their names, gave them Russian names. Is that part of a program, like to use them as spies, or why would they do that? But anyway, neither here nor there. Like
Marcus, head of
a lot of
maybe
stuff
you say
is
a few words, please.
a lot of stuff is and did change around
President
this.
of the United States, dear Donald,
You know?
the fact that you, as I said before, broke the deadlock basically with President Putin by starting that dialogue. And I think it was a...
That's what I'm saying. This is the beginning of starting, you know, peace. This is the beginning, you know. And if they don't come up with it on this, if it ain't on this, then it's at least the beginning of something, right? The beginning of this, right? Stop him immediately and get him out the office. Cut it out. You want to be in a forever war with Russia? Y'all really want like Russia as our arch nemesis forever? How are we ever going to accomplish world peace? How are we ever going to get, you know, the world that we actually want to live in if we all keep on just being this feelings and emotions type? Do you know what Russia did? Do you know what happened? Do you know this? Do you know that? Like, that's what we gonna keep on doing? They tried to take over. They started World War One. They did this. They did that. Is that what we're gonna keep on doing? You say delusional? So it's delusional to think that we can have peace? You can't fix stupid. That's what I'm saying. That's why we not over here trying to fix you. We just trying to get you to understand peace is possible. That's it. We're not even trying to fix you because we know that we can't fix you. Can't fix stupid, like you just said. So a lot of times we don't even try to fix people over here. We just try to reach a level of understanding that says, give us the opportunity to hope for peace. Why? What's wrong with hoping for peace? What's wrong with wanting peace, right? And for everybody that's in here right now, please hit the sub button. Hit the 3 buttons at the top. Sub to the page. If you're not sub to the page, put your notifications on, right? Do the things that YouTube allow you to do to let people know that you are real, right? For some reason, they don't think these are real people in here. And where are y'all coming in from? If you are coming into the YouTube page right now, put some of y'all states and countries in the comment section so I can just see how many real people in here. Or is, you know, everybody thumbless, fingerless? Hey, how many, where y'all coming in from? Thumbs up for the channel, absolutely. I was talking about the like button. I think you know I was talking about hitting the like button up there. I don't think, you can put thumbs up. I'll take the thumbs up, fuck it. Somebody said Texas, Mississippi. I want peace, absolutely I want peace. South Georgia, absolutely. Michigan, okay. Thank you. You're welcome. I never thought I'd be appreciated, Ted. You appreciate me? I appreciate you. Dawn put the thumbs up in the chat. Okay. So we do got at least, you know, some real people in here. Okay, Tampa. We got some real people in here. Look, guys, it's real people. I mean, it wasn't 200 messages that ran through here, but it was enough to say that people are real, right? Martinez is a troll, the kind of people that are major part of the problem in the U.S. I mean, it's a lot of people in the U.S. that could be a problem. South Carolina in the building, let's go. SC in the building. I'm actually headed down that way. Ungrateful people. What are we talking about? I don't know. What are you talking about? Right now, we are going over, you know, Trump and everything that's happening in the White House, everything that's happening, you know, worldwide with this whole situation. Is it a good situation? Could it possibly be something that could issue or usher in peace, right? You just got here? Well, I'm glad that you stopped in. Appreciate you. Main home of coming governor. Okay. Mississippi, real people, not a bot. Okay. Mississippi in the building. MISSI. Humpback. I think I know how to spell that. That was the first thing they taught us how to spell. Trump worked for peace. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Trump working for peace. Now, we don't know what there could be a back-end conversation that might, you know, be something else, right? But right now, can't we just step in the name of that? Can't we just move in the name of that? Can't we just try for that? You know what I mean? Trump is bringing peace to the world through financial strength. Right. He does say a lot about the money. I was going to get into that. You know, these $300 billion, you know, for weapons and so on and so forth, look like a trading game. You know, business as usual, right, guys? Trump is always business. He's always business. LOL, try again. What we trying again, Ben? Trump is bringing peace worldwide, financial strength, copyrights, the almighty digital dollar. And that's what we're probably moving to, a more so form of digital currency, you know, a form of digital currency. If what he does indirectly help somebody else, it was what it was. All right. See, look, watch this. See, TikTok is more so into, tell me, watch this. Let me see. Let me make sure my suspicion is right. I'm against digital currency. We ain't doing that good with paper currency either, so I don't know what form of currency you're comfortable with. Maybe you're more comfortable with a barter system. We used to go by a barter system, and now we don't. So maybe you'll be more comfortable with a barter system. Crazy things. All this is written. Yeah, a lot of this is written already. It's already been written. Um, SOS said, "I'm with you." Epstein files and names released. That's what you want? That's all you worried about? Is this Epstein files renamed? That's all y'all want? That's all y'all want? Is the Epstein files? Y'all don't care about nothing else in the world, just the Epstein files. That's that. Everything else can wait. I can't wait till the government knows where all of our dollars go. I love being spied on by Big Brother. Come on. Come on. It is not going to be that serious. Ain't nobody about to be watching you buy condoms and shit. Okay? Ain't nobody about to be out here watching you buy condoms and shit. Okay? Stop the cat.
February that you had the first phone call, and from there we are now where we are today. And that is...
hey, TikTok, we'll be back later on to play the game.
End this. And we have to end this. We have to stop the killing. We have to stop the destruction of Ukraine's infrastructure. It is a terrible war. So I'm really excited. And let's make the best out of today and make sure that from today onwards, we get this thing to an end as soon as possible. I really want to thank you for your leadership, what you are doing for Vladimir, but of course also all the European colleagues. It is really crucial. And the fact that you have said, I'm willing to participate in the security guarantees is a big step. It's really a breakthrough, and it makes all the difference. So also thank you for that.
Well, NATO also has agreed from 2% to 5%, which is something that is a massive amount of money. And it's 2% that wasn't always paid to 5% that is paid. That's a big difference. And
hey, y'all go over to TikTok.
Great move.
Hey,
thank you very much.
I want to see if we're popping up live on TikTok. Go type in Ralph the Wise on TikTok and see if that page is live over there, because we're live over there on Ralph the Wise, but I'm not sure if the numbers is able to be picked up over there. It says we're live. I'm supposed to get to 1,000 over there, but that way we can talk about the Trump stuff over there and over here, so you won't miss a beat. So if you do have TikTok and you use TikTok a lot, follow Ralph the Wise over there on TikTok. We're over there live right now, so you can go follow that page also. Why does immigration check us? So on and so forth. Taco, Roblox Gaming, okay. Diamond Star, what's going on with you? Appreciate you for stopping through. Ralph is live. Yes, Ralph is live. I don't know what that was supposed to mean, but yes, I am live. And I'm also live on TikTok on Ralph the Wise over there too. So if you want to follow all platforms, make sure you follow that page. It's a new page. It's not my gaming page. We're going to try to organize a little bit. Going over to TikTok. Okay. Yeah, so we're on Ralph the Wise over there too. So we're going to try to build that space up to keep this conversation going over there too. And once again, I want to thank everybody for being here. Tapping the screen, building up the space, everything like that. I'm going to make Ralph the Wise a household name. I see it now. You know what I mean? Ralph the Wise, just, being talked about all over the place. So we officially got the Ralph the Wise page running over on TikTok. So go over and make sure you drop a follow on that page and help build that space up. And we're going to continue these two pages for this conversation. That way it can be Ralph the Wise all over the board. We're going to leave the Energy of Atlas page for gaming, and we're going to keep the gaming on that page for TikTok. So since we got the Ralph the Wise page, might as well build up the Ralph the Wise page. Love is love for that.
Ursula, maybe on behalf of the Commission, you could say a couple of words.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here. It's a very important moment. Indeed, we are here, Europeans, as friends and allies. We had a fantastic NATO summit.
Why do we have to be
largest
like
and biggest
the
economies in the
Chinese?
world,
I
we
don't
had
want to
the
have a
largest
social
trade deal
credit
ever
score.
agreed. And now
Listen,
we are
man,
here,
school can be
to
free.
work together
We
with
can go to
you
work for free,
on a just and lasting peace
right?
for
And we
Ukraine
could
to
just
stop
take care of
the
each
killing.
other if
This
that's
is
the
really
case.
our
Let's just
common
take care of
interest.
each other and work for
And
free.
indeed, it's very good to hear that we're working on the security
Can you
guarantees.
imagine how
Article
Kamala
5
would
life
handle this?
security
My
guarantees.
God, we would.
So important. But I want
Hey,
to
Johnny,
thank
say
also,
that,
as you
Johnny.
mentioned, thousands
Hey, listen. Do you even think Putin? Do you even think Putin would have sat down at the table with Kamala? Do you think this would have been possible if Kamala was our president right now? Do you think this would be possible if Kamala was our president right now? Fuck no. Kamala would be sitting there like, well, we have to send $30 billion to Ukraine. We have to send another $30 billion. We have to send... And she would have been fucking siphoning that shit, sending it to India. Allegedly, supposedly. I'm just saying. Allegedly, supposedly. You'd have thought that shit was going to the war benefits. That shit would have been going to India and somewhere else. And some more shit. Come on, man. We needed this. He was in there at the right time. You know what I mean? Like, come on. We needed this. Kamala would have fucked around and party Diddy. You hear me? Kamala would have pardoned Diddy. You hear me? Kamala would have pardoned Diddy. Do you hear me?
of Ukrainian children that have been abducted. And as a mother and grandmother, every single child has to go back to its family. This should be one of our main priorities also in these negotiations, to make sure that the children come back to Ukraine, to their families.
Thank you, and we did. I was just thinking we're here for a different reason, but we just a couple of weeks ago made the largest trade deal in history. So that's a big thing, and congratulations. That's great. Thank you very much. Mr. Chancellor, Germany.
Everybody get a chance to say something
Very great leader.
nice.
Mr. President,
American weapons
thanks for having
malfunction
us
triple
today.
jobs in the
I think
U.S.
this is
by
extremely
helping
helpful
Ukraine.
that we are
Trump created
meeting
problems,
and
then
hearing
pretended to
that the
fix
two of
this.
you are,
He's a clown.
having
So
such a
who
good
are we
meeting
blaming
today
this on?
in
Trump.
Washington.
Trump didn't do
The
this
next
because this
steps
was
ahead
under
are
Biden's
more
administration when this
complicated now.
under Biden and I think Barack Obama when they was fighting in 2004. Well, at that time 2014, 2015.
We all would like to see
but
a ceasefire, the latest from the next meeting on. I can't imagine that the next meeting would take place without a ceasefire.
See how that works out, and if we can do that. I will say, and again I say it, in the 6 wars that I've settled, I haven't had a ceasefire. We just got into negotiations, and they one of the wars was, as you know,
hey,
30
listen,
years.
listen, man. Whether you like Trump or not, you have to admit. And like I say, the world is one big stage, so it might be staged that we look at him as this great person, right? This could be a stage, right? That we look at him as great, with his accomplishments, right? But this is a great accomplishment, right? And I'm going to have to, follow up with NATO when I say, they have been at a deadlock when it came to some sort of diplomacy with Putin, right? So a lot of them are happy just to be able to hold the discussion. A lot of them are happy, right? And they Putin might not sit down on this one, but he might sit down on the next one. It might not be this way. A lot of these people getting too damn old to keep on fighting. Let's be honest. Putin getting too damn old to keep on fighting. You know what I mean? He's going to have to open his mind, expand his way of thinking. A lot of these, elder, people that are in political, y'all getting too damn old to keep on fighting, right? The youth want peace. You know what I'm saying? The youth want peace. So let's follow suit and just try to be of peace, give peace. You know what I'm saying? And let's be appreciative in this moment that we're at least at the table with the conversation.
31 years long.
We know that he was going to Epstein Island in 93 and 87.
35 years going on, and we had no ceasefire. So if we can do the ceasefire, great. And if we don't do a ceasefire, because many other points were given to us, many points were given to us, great points.
Nah, we're not fighting.
Please, Stuart, you go ahead.
No fight. No fight. We're not losing nobody. We're not fighting. Everything good, man. We all stay. We all stay. We in good hands.
An important day, a new phase. After 3 years and a half that we didn't see any kind of sign from the Russian side that there was a willing for dialogue. So something is changing. Something has changed thanks to you. Thanks also to the
I miss Sleepy Joe.
battlefield, which was achieved with the bravery of Ukrainians and with the unity that we all provided to Ukraine. And the reason
Ain't nobody
why I
lost in the
mention it
orange
is
sauce,
that we
Ronnie.
also have to
Shut your
realize
ass up.
that if we want
Nobody
to reach
lost in
peace
the
and if
sauce.
we
What are
want
you talking about?
guarantee justice, we have to do it united. So that's why it's a very good day, the one
You don't know what you're talking about.
You can
Anyway, them new
obviously
Jordans
count
fitting to
as
come
it was
out.
from the beginning. We are on the side of Ukraine, and we do absolutely support your efforts towards peace. We will talk about many important topics. The first one is security guarantees, how to be sure that it won't happen again, which is the precondition of every kind of peace. I'm happy that we will discuss about that. I'm happy that we will begin from a
I miss
proposal,
Sleepy
which is
Joe.
the, let's say, Article 5 model, which was Italian at the beginning. So we are
That's all you
always
worried about
ready to
is
bring our
prices?
proposals for peace, for dialogue. It's something we have to build together to guarantee peace.
You don't care
and to
about the
defend
people?
security of our nation. So thank you, Mr. President. for
One's in the
hosting
chat
us.
if you care about the people. One's in the chat if you care about the people.
Thank you, Mr. President, for organizing this meeting and for your commitment. And everything was said.
I thought this was an emergency meeting. How did he organize this meeting? I thought it was an emergency
in
meeting.
favor of peace.
I thought they rushed to the White House.
And we worked very hard, and we've worked very hard during the past few years to have a peace which is a robust and long-standing peace. This is why the idea of a trilateral meeting is very important, because this is the only way to fix it. And by the way, I think as a follow-up, we would need probably a quadrilateral meeting, because when we speak about security guarantees, we speak about the whole security of the European continent. And this is why we are all united here with Ukraine on this matter. In order to organize such a trilateral meeting, your idea to ask for a truce or ceasefire, at least to stop the killings, as we discussed, is a necessity. And we all support this idea. And in order to have such a long-standing peace for Ukraine and for the whole continent, we do need security guarantees. And the first one is clearly a credible Ukrainian army for the years and decades to come. And the second one is our own commitments, all of us.
That's money.
We work very
That's
hard.
money. Somebody's gonna have to cover that payment. Somebody's gonna have to cover this money that's coming out. If NATO, whoever it is, somebody's gonna have to cover all of this money, right? And that's what Trump is for. He's literally getting money for America right now, right? With all of them sitting at the table right now, all Trump see is deal, 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 right? That's all he see. This motherfucker is like Oprah right now. You got a deal. You got a deal. You got a deal. $300 billion for American product. You got a deal. You want some American Air Force training too? You got a deal. How much you can do, NATO? You got a deal. That's all he see is deals. Ben, you see all the damn deals at the table. Why you think he just mentioned closing a deal with that lady that was just speaking? Why you think he would just mention closing a deal with all of these people, with the NATO representative, with prime ministers, all of that stuff? This is deal, 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 deal. Huh? Everybody get a deal, right? And if you want to contribute anything, please feel free to hit the Cash App. You know what I'm saying? YouTube, if y'all want to contribute anything for, bringing this space. We have music. We have, what's going on. We're going to keep you in track and in tune with the political. And we're going to keep you track and in tune with other stuff. So in other news, when the McDonald's situation plays out and we find out what's going on after this medical evaluation, we'll keep you posted on that. We'll keep you posted on other stuff too that is going on. You know, Tory Lane is back in court, so on and so on. Jaguar is running from Brian McKnight, so on and so on. There's a lot of little stuff going on, and we'll try to keep you as up to date as possible over here at the Atlas Network. So we hope you like it here. We hope you subscribe to the page, right? And we hope you just enjoy the company, right? My mods will do the best they can to try to keep the negative out. We don't mind conversation, but we will try to keep the negative out of this space, right? So if you too like conversation, if you too been looking for a good space on YouTube, allow this to be that good space for you, and go ahead and hit that sub button, okay? 90 deals, 90 days, where's the deals? The deals is right there at the table. You know, tariff might be paying off. I'm not sure yet. I haven't really dug into the tariff thing yet. And we'll also try and talk some, yes, we're going to try to keep you posted with a lot of stuff that are current events and more stuff, you know, worldwide and everything like that. So if you would subscribe to the page, then we'll, you know, and let's keep these likes up. Right now we got 34 likes, and that's okay. It's okay that we got 34 likes. I know a lot of people are skeptical on whether they like the page or not. You guys are trying to figure out whether we're Democratic or Republican over here. We're neither, right? We're just open-minded people that like great discussion and great people, right? We like the company. We like the company of people that want to build and grow in the minds, and we, you know, so, you know, make sure you hit that sub button. And listen, if you can't share it with anybody, just hit that share button and hit, when you hit the share button, just copy the link, okay? When you hit that share button, just hit copy the link one time. Or possibly you can create a post. You can create